Hello, I'm Haley, and welcome to another My NASA Data tutorial brought to you by NASA Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia. In this video, we are going to review how to select data and learn how to export information into Google Earth. So once again, depending on your web browser, you may be prompted to please choose a data set. Go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, we're ready for information. So if we go to the top left-hand corner of our screen, we'll find data set. Go ahead and select that. And for this tutorial, we're actually going to be focusing on a more static data set. In this case, we'll look at biosphere and we'll find population, and we'll look at the world population estimate for 2020. And again, just to review, if we go to data set, we could always get a little more information. If we go to this question mark, we'll be linked to a different page, and we can go ahead and see that our unit measurement is persons per square kilometer. Now, when I say static, I mean that this data set is one image. It's an estimate for 2020. It doesn't just jump from one to the other. Like some of the other data sets are months. They give us more options here. We could look at the month. We could look at the day. In this case, it's just an estimate for a year in increments of 5 years. So we'll go back to 2020. Close this annotation window. And, well, we could look at this here and we could zoom in and analyze a little closer. Or something interesting we could do with this image is we could export it to a different program, such as Google Earth, and have a better idea of just how large some of these areas are. So if we go to Google Earth at the top of our screen, we'll go ahead and select that. And you may recognize some of these options from before, such as plot options. And if we had the ability to animate this data set, we would see the same options available here. But for now, we're going to go with Google Earth, and we're going to use the default options. There are a couple new ones down at the bottom, and we'll just leave those alone for the moment. We'll go ahead and click OK, and we'll download the information. Now, before I continue, Google Earth is available for download. I will leave a link in the description. It's very simple. You just agree to the terms of service and go ahead and download it. And with that said, we'll go ahead and open Google Earth. So now, if we're looking here, we'll see the Earth, and we now have a much more interesting way of looking at this data set, because now we really have a matter of perspective, like how large some of these areas are, and especially how detailed some of these areas are. Like if we look at Europe, for example, we can zoom in a little bit, we can see this, but things may look a little splotchy for right now, and so there's something that we can do to adjust that. So I'm going to go ahead and unmark this area and come back to the LAS. And looking at the LAS, something we could do this time around is if we go to Google Earth, we could select quality. So maybe I want to have a draft, which is fast, or the best, which is slow, or maybe a medium. I'm going to go with medium because my machine, my laptop, may struggle to have it on the highest setting, especially because the second thing we could do is we could look at zooming behavior, and we could have detailed or we could have fast. Detailed means that as we zoom in, it will check back with the live access server and gain more information. So Google Earth will continuously update as you zoom in to a point. And maybe I do want to have some grid points too. So that might make it look a little easier to sort of compare things happening here versus happening on the Google Earth program. So we'll go ahead and click OK. And we'll try this time. So now we have those grid points appearing. And as my laptop is doing its best, you'll notice that I've zoomed in a little bit. If I zoom in maybe a little bit more, maybe towards Bulgaria, we've got that splotchiness again, but Google Earth is running back to the website and gaining more information, and even the colors have changed. And if you notice the numbers on the sidebar here, they're going to continue to change as I zoom in more or maybe less, and the colors will change with respect to those numbers. So just an interesting way of looking at it. It also should be noted too that if we had selected geographic area on the live access server before exporting it, then Google Earth will only show us that area we've selected. But in this case, I've left it to view the entire globe. And that's using Google Earth with the Earth System Data Explorer.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you would like to learn more about the MyNASA Data Earth Systems Data Explorer, please check out our other tutorials at our YouTube channel.